Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I'm your host, as always, Cody the Hangman Heinzman. And as you can see with me, once again, live in person, not via satellite, I have with me Andrew Murphy. Welcome back, sir.
People? Thank you.
So a few things before we get into the Money in the Bank predictions, which is what this video is all about. I'm currently recording on a cell phone instead of my laptop, because the laptop decided it was done. So I gotta work into that. But the phone will work just as well. And as you can see behind me, my new idea has come to fruition, and I will have the predictions behind me. Well, not the predictions, the matchups behind me. Of course, some people are not in 2K, so like as you can see behind me, Rey Mysterio is kind of in a handicap match against the Usos. But instead, it's Rey Mysterio and Dominick Mysterio, the Smackdown Tag Team Champions, taking on Usos for the title. So why don't we go ahead and get started with that? Who do you got?
Honestly, I think it's going to be the Usos that take this one. You know how much it pains me to say, but I believe that the Usos are going to take this one. Because it's just how it's going to be. I think, honestly, what I would like to see is the Usos taking the title and then Roman Reigns losing the title. That's what I would love to see. And it'll give Roman Reigns a reality check, somewhat. But what's your prediction?
I'm going to say the Mysterios retain. If this matchup's where it's shows where I seen it is, I don't see it changing hands there. From what I've seen, if this card is the way it is, this is supposed to be a kickoff show.
Okay.
So going off of that, I'm going to say the Mysterios. If I did not know that knowledge, I might still say the Mysterios. Because the Usos are just once again reunited again. I mean, almost every time the Usos are in a match, they tend to win. But I feel like there's more storyline building with this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with Mysterios retaining their tag team titles. So moving on, if I clicked this right way, yes I did. We got Rhea Ripley defending her Raw Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair.
Rhea Ripley. She's gonna win. I can already tell. I just feel like it. I just feel it within myself that she's gonna take it. I don't really got much of a reasoning. Just I feel like Rhea Ripley's gonna take it.
I kind of hope Rhea Ripley retains. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it seems like when Charlotte Flair's in a match, she wins said match. I hope Rhea Ripley will beat Charlotte for more or less of a redemption for WrestleMania, where they just made her drop the NXT title for unknown reasons to Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll say Rhea retains. I'll go on to the next one because I'm just realizing I didn't set it up on the thing behind me. We're supposed to have AJ Styles and Omos defending the Raw Tag Team Championships against the Viking Raiders.
Yeah. Omos is a beast. There's no doubt about that. So I really don't think they're going to be losing the title to the Viking Raiders. But if you do go back to Raw, they split their matches. Ivar beat AJ Styles and Omos completely massacred
Erik.
So there's a little bit of a momentum situation there. Like, no one team has more momentum than the other. But honestly, there's no way that AJ Styles and Omos is going to lose that title. No way.
At Money in the Bank, I don't think so. If this was SummerSlam, maybe. More of a bigger name title. I agree. AJ Styles and Omos will most likely retain. If they ever do lose it, it's going to probably be a case of Omos turning on AJ Styles, or
I don't see that happening.
Or some kind of a low blow or something happens with Omos.
I don't see Omos turning on AJ Styles anytime soon, at all. But it's always a possibility. It's always a possibility, but honestly, that possibility is not going to be tonight. No way.
Or the other possibility of losing their titles, it's going to have to be one of those triple threat, fatal 4-way type situations, and they're not involved in the pinfall. That's the only other way I can see it.
That's it.
So moving on to the next one that I do actually have. Roman Reigns versus Edge for the Universal Championship.
Edge, all the way. There's no way that Edge is not going to win this one.
I have hopes for Edge to take it tonight.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's no way Edge is going to lose. I mean, he's been on a tear recently.
Yeah.
You know, he did that thing with the chair thing to Roman, Jay, and Jimmy. All the momentum's on Edge's side. All the momentum. So Edge is definitely going to be taking this one. It's just how it's going to be. You know, and Edge had a post on Instagram saying that he don't know how much longer him and Rey Mysterio are going to be in the WWE because they're getting older. So him saying that makes me think that tonight's going to be the night he takes the title, but after he loses it, he's going to retire again. I think that's probably what's going to happen, but I would love to see Edge take this one.
I'll give it to Edge. Not just because I want that, but in the storyline sense, I can see Edge taking it, and then Roman Reigns and Edge have to face off again like SummerSlam or something.
Yeah, and then Roman Reigns takes it again. I think that's how it's going to be. Or, to touch on what you said a long time ago in the predictions, you said that there is a thing of Edge changing the Universal title bringing back the World Heavyweight Championship. And he's been kind of acting like that in his promos and stuff like that. I could be wrong. This could just be my mind making things up. But if I remember right, he's touched on something about bringing something back from his era or something like that. I forget.
It's been more or less he's like, I'm trying to win back something that I never lost.
That, exactly.
Referencing the World Heavyweight Championship because he
that could be
retire.
A sense of foreshadowing, saying that he's going to be bringing back the World Heavyweight Championship, and I would love to see that.
I'd love to see the big belt back.
I would love to see
that. Next up, we have Kofi Kingston taking on Bobby Lashley for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
This one I'm excited about.
This is honestly the whole reason I want to watch this show.
This one I'm extremely excited
I'm a little
about.
biased if you can't tell.
I've always been a fan of Kofi Kingston. I always have. And the momentum is on his side. Bobby Lashley has been off a lot recently. He has not been able to focus on any of his matches. I mean, he lost to Xavier Woods, you know, in a one-on-one. He lost to Xavier Woods, so he has no what's the word I'm looking for? No momentum whatsoever going into this match. But if I was able, my memory's not working. But all I know is that all the momentum's on Kofi's side. But honestly, how much I would love Kofi Kingston to take the title, I don't think he's going to. I really don't.
Really?
I think Bobby Lashley's going to be taking this one.
Ooh. See, I'm a bit worried. We'll touch a little bit more back on this in a second. I think Kofi's going to take it. And we'll leave it at that for now.
Okay.
We're on to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
I gotta take a look at this again.
Yeah, so do I. We're gonna look behind us for a second. We have Tamina Snuka, Zelina Vega, Natalya, Asuka, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss.
You know something? I foresee three of these women taking this match.
Okay.
I see three of them. The three that I see taking it is Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
Those are the three that I'm taking. That I'm thinking is going to be one of the winners. But it's kind of hard to make a prediction to who's going to win this one.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's so many stories intertwining with each other. It's kind of hard to make sense of it, at least. But honestly, I believe Liv Morgan is going to take it, because if you watch the every week of Raw, she has tried so hard.
You mean SmackDown?
Yes, that. She's tried so hard to get into this match, and she was knocking off so many former champions. She's got a lot of momentum going into this, and I feel like right now is probably the best time for Liv Morgan to finally break out and become a star that she's supposed to.
And the interesting thing with Liv Morgan is she wasn't originally in this match. It was supposed to be Carmella in her spot.
Yes.
Then Bayley got injured.
Yep.
So now she's out.
Carmella
went for the title on SmackDown, and now Liv Morgan's there. So Liv Morgan kind of falls into that kind of Kofi Kingston status where I wasn't even supposed to be here originally, and I'm going to take this.
Yeah.
I look for Nikki Cross to take it. She's had that whole gimmick change. I mean, her gimmick still, she's crazy, but now she's a superhero type thing. But I kind of
almost superhero.
Almost superhero. I like the new. I mean, I've always liked Nikki Cross.
So have I.
So I can foresee her taking it. I would have no complaints if Liv Morgan takes it, though. Let's touch on why you think Bliss could take it. I mean, she seemed to be your last-ditch choice.
It's just how I'm kind of biased when it comes to Alexa Bliss. I've always been a fan of her. There's never been a chance where I was never a fan of her. 9 times, but mostly because I find her very attractive. But it's okay. But no, like she's been tearing up recently. Like, she's got that whole thing going on. She's kind of taking up after the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. She's kind of having that whole thing, and you know how the Fiend was like almost impossible to stop, and she's kind of having that same effect. So I'm thinking, since she has that same effect, that she could possibly take it if they're going to stay true to that whole thing. I'm not sure if they're going to be doing that with Alexa Bliss, but it would kind of be impossible, kind of be stupid if they gave Alexa Bliss that invincible kind of thing, because she's so small. It would not make much sense. So I can see either way, but I honestly think that she could possibly take it.
So something I just kind of thought of while you were talking about Bliss is the whole Lily gimmick.
Yes.
Could we possibly see Lily with the Money in the Bank briefcase, making it where Alexa Bliss wins?
That's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. Or she could pull one of them Fiend Bray Wyatt things where where Bray would go into a match with him during himself, but he goes through the whole formation into the demon or Fiend, whatever you want to call him. That she could do that, and that the Fiend version of Alexa Bliss would be the Lily version of her. And then now make her impossible, like make her very, very hard to stop.
So lastly, we have the men's, which we have Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Drew McIntyre, Big E, Matt Riddle, John Morrison, and Ricochet.
Who the heck is Leon Montgomery?
That's a placeholder.
Okay.
John Morrison is not in the game. As I was making this screen up, I'm like, oh yeah, John Morrison's not in this game. I was looking for him. Where is he at? So, Leon Montgomery is just a placeholder there. But if you are watching this, Leon Montgomery, a.k.a. Jeremy, you're in Money in the Bank. You're going to win. Anywho,
like I said, this is another hard one.
This is the one where I am going back to our WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. I fear McIntyre winning this and cashing in on Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
Or Bobby Lashley retains, Kofi helps Drew McIntyre cash in.
Yeah. That's a possibility, but honestly, I don't want to see Drew McIntyre winning. I really don't. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing him in all the championships and stuff like that.
I just honestly want to see a better Kofi Kingston run than the last time around where he just dropped it to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to see. I want to see Kofi, if he loses it, be a good match.
Yeah. But honestly, I honestly cannot pick. Honestly.
So that's my hardest thing with this too. Another thing that I kind of started thinking about, I don't know, there's one outside person I can think of that could possibly win this, like they did with Brock Lesnar coming in and winning it, and I don't know who else has done that, like someone that's not supposed to be in the match has won that, is The Miz.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's faking his injury that he has, and it's a storyline thing. I don't want to see The Miz pick it up and have it again.
I found this storyline very funny. To see The Miz in that wheelchair, it's actually quite funny. it's hilarious. Like, I've literally died laughing every single time I see him in that wheelchair. But if I could possibly see Matt Riddle taking it. I can possibly see that, but he's got that bum foot, so that's going to be a major problem going into this match. But I just find since he's been with Randy Orton, he's been a whole different Matt Riddle, and he seems more confident and more able to get this stuff done. I mean, he still got that stoner attitude, but he makes things. He just seems like he would be able to take it. I can foresee that.
But another possibility. I don't know if I just cut you off. I'm sorry.
No.
Another thing I kind of scenarioed in my head that might be a long shot to happen is I kind of thought the same thing with Big E that I thought with Drew McIntyre. Big E picks it up and then takes the title from Kofi.
Yeah. That would be
something.
That would be something. That would definitely be something different. That would make for a good storyline.
Look like, we're celebrating. Woo! Boom!
Yeah.
And cash in. All right, and I'm now champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's a SmackDown superstar, but
once you're Mr. Money in the Bank, you can try to cash on anybody in any show. And I feel like I can see that too, like that scenario where Big E catches in on Kofi Kingston, and he gets the title, but then he goes to Raw. I think is that Raw or SmackDown that Kofi's on?
Kofi's on Raw.
Raw, yeah.
WWE World Heavyweight title is on Raw.
Then I can see Big E and Kofi Kingston having that rivalry, and SummerSlam be Kofi Kingston versus Big E. That would possibly make a really good storyline. That could possibly make a really good storyline. So I would like to see that. But if I still cannot pick who's gonna win this one. There's too many worthy superstars in this match to win it. But I can tell you one thing: I'm already ruling out John Morrison. There's no way he's winning this one. There's no way he's gonna win.
Morrison and Ricochet are the two people that are like, they're placeholders. Kevin Owen, he's a little bit of a placeholder. It'd be kind of nice if he does get it.
Yeah, but
I
don't
he's a placeholder.
I don't see it.
Nakamura got that new gimmick.
That King Shinsuke Nakamura.
So I don't see that happening. I don't want to say he's kind of a placeholder, but
I can see Baron Corbin getting involved with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Taking him out of the match. I can see that. So if I were to pick, honestly, I'd say Big E's gonna take it. I'll take Big E to win this one.
So do we foresee? I guess we tapped into it a little bit. Either one of the Money in the Bank winners cashing in tonight.
9 times out of 10, I see it. I'm not sure about the women's side. I'm not sure if they're going to be cashing in the same night, but I'm trying to remember. It seems like if Alexa Bliss were to win this, she seems like she would cash in on the same night. whoever takes it. But honestly, I can see her cashing in on either
Rhea
Bianca
or Blue yeah.
or
Which Bianca's not even on the show tonight, so I guess we can kind of rule out maybe a women's cash in tonight.
What do you mean she's not in? Not in.
She's not on the show tonight.
Yes, she is. She's the SmackDown
I know.
champion. There's a SmackDown Women's Champion match tonight.
They did it on Smackdown.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
We would have talked about it earlier. This is the last match you're gonna talk about.
Never mind. Don't worry about it. See that's what happens. That's me not being able to watch Friday night.
Oh yeah.
It makes
I could have, but I just chose not to. But that is our Money in the Bank.
You haven't made your prediction yet.
On this?
On this one, yeah. Who's gonna take the men's Money in the Bank?
Honestly, about all these people, there's only the two people I can think of. Either McIntyre is going to take it, and either possibly will catch in tonight, or what I kind of hope will happen is he holds back if Kofi wins. Because I don't want to see Kofi, hey, I won. Oh.
There's a healthy respect between McIntyre and Kofi Kingston. So I think he would let him celebrate that night and then wait for another time to cash in. But
I mean, McIntyre's had this whole thing saying, I want to be the champion in front of the fans. So I don't know if he's going to be a face or a heel champ. I hope he's a face champ.
Yeah.
I do like McIntyre.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's never really been heel face type.
He's always been neutral.
Neutral.
He's always been neutral.
Now, the old days, he was definitely heel.
Yeah.
But I will say McIntyre taking it only because there's really no one else in this match that I can see taking it. A lot of the people in this match are placeholders, especially the placeholder that I had to put in for John Morrison. But I do hope y'all enjoyed. That is our Money in the Bank predictions. And stay tuned when we do the review after the show. As always, I'm Cody the Hangman Huntsman. This has been Andrew. And that's just how it is.